I'm making changes and it feels so good. Hi. Welcome back to another vlog, another video. Okay, I've actually got so much to catch you up on, and I wonder if I can actually get away with wearing sunglasses because my eyeballs are sunburned. We had a swell yesterday and I was in the water 5.5 hours. Tough day for me, let me tell you. Seasons have changed here in the water. Everything is changing and I feel that. Do you feel that? And gosh, so much to catch you up on. I don't even know where to begin. However, I thought that I would vlog today. I am just about to actually leave and go and drop off my passport and organize another KITAS. I, living here in Bali, have organized before, and I will organize again a 2-year KITAS, meaning that I can live here, not work here, but just it allows me to live here for the next 2 years and I can fly in and out of the country. Do you see how bad my eyes are? My eyes are so bad. I may surf this afternoon, I'm not sure. However, I really wanted to create some content. So much has been going on. I mean, I've written a whole bunch of notes about what I wanted to talk about because I don't know if I'm having a midlife crisis, or I definitely actually know that I have burned out. Not so much even emotionally and mentally, I actually feel really good. I actually feel for the first time, well, not for the first time, but I actually feel really good. And so much that I feel good that for the first time, I want to stay in Bali for the next 2 years. That's why I'm organizing my visa. It's just that I'm going through a lot of changes. The season is changing for surfing, and yesterday's swell was really tough for me. I found it easier to catch my 12-foot wave plus in September than I did yesterday trying to catch waves. Plus there were so many people in the water, which made it more difficult. So, gosh, I've stepped away from my business. That's where we're at. So much has happened, and if everything that I always speak about, figure it out, what matters to you, what is a priority to you, who do you wish to become, what kind of life do you want, what do you need to let go of in order to create this life, where do you need to ask for support? So it's kind of interesting. I'm actually going through asking myself these same questions because I'm not in flow and I'm not feeling aligned, and I've pretty much enough is enough right now for the business, and I don't have yet an alternative. I do not have a backup plan. However, this is actually, I think, the most exciting place to be, where I actually now know what I don't want. For now, I don't know what's going to happen in the future, whatever happened in the past, but as it stands for this moment, I know what I don't want. And that's right now being involved with the business model that I've been promoting for the last 3.5 years. I'm very much about not making decisions when you're emotional or when you're feeling irrational or when you're angry or, when you're in a mood. So for the last 2 weeks, I've really allowed myself to, it's almost been, maybe it's been 11 days or 12 days. I have been resting. I have not been working, obviously. And I have actually been resting and sleeping. These are basic things. It's crazy because I haven't been working. It's after I surf, it's oh wow, I get to just eat and relax. I don't think that I have been fully relaxed, and I'm still getting to a really grounded, fully relaxed place. However, I do feel very much more grounded than I have, in these last 11 days because I've been going hard on my business. I'm somebody that works every single day. Every single day I will plug into the business, and it's now been, Wednesday, so that's 7, 8, 9, 10. It's been 10 days since I have stopped, taken a pause, taken a break. And let me tell you, it feels so good to just let my mind be, let my energy be, eat. And if I'm tired, okay, I'm going to lay down and rest and go to sleep early. I haven't been doing that. And, when you push yourself, that's not sustainable in the long run. And it's kind of interesting because all the things that I talk about, that I share when it comes to previously the automated online business that I was promoting, it's the stories of people who then found the business model. They came from burnout, and now I feel I've gone through my own burnout with this business, and also just with the big swell season. I'm tired. I'm so proud of what I've been able to achieve in the last few months with surfing Bommy and getting the biggest bombs of my life. I mean, it's been absolutely incredible, and I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all the times that I surf every single day. And yesterday's session wasn't my best session. I'm I'm so grateful for, and with everything right now, that's like the place where I'm at now. I know this is coming out and maybe I'll try to re-record this later when I'm a little bit more woken up. I have had a coffee. However, I've really just tried to allow myself in the last 10 days to create some space and ground myself and have a clearer mind. And in that space, I'm actually like, okay, I'm going to step away from the business. I'm not feeling in alignment. I'm not feeling in flow. I feel like for me, and I cannot speak for anybody else, and what I feel I know also is valid and real, and it's where I'm at and it's real and true for me. Where I'm at right now with that business, I just don't think that it's my path anymore. And it's not even anymore saying that like, oh God, that's so scary. Like, what am I going to do? I'm not even right now like scared of like, oh, what the future is going to be. I'm actually in this place. Well, it's exciting because then I get to actually like figure it out, because sometimes to figure it out, you need to also go through what you don't want. And for 3.5 years, it's what I've wanted, this path with business and creating wealth and creating a team, professional success, financial success. And fortunately, I'm very, very grateful for the inner healing personal development work, because it's at this place now because of that work. I'm like, right, I feel good. Mentally, I feel great. I know my worth. I'm in my confidence, and I know that I will be able to figure it out, whatever is going to come next. However, I need to, for now, step away, and that feels good. I don't have attachment there anymore. It's okay, it's disappointing because I've really spent lots and lots, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last few years with this business, with coaching, with mentoring, with like all the things that I've invested. Maybe it's not hundreds of thousands, or maybe it is. I would have to like add everything up properly, but I'm still in debt. I still have my credit card debt. However, I feel that I still want to work online. I still want to create content. I still want to be able to share my values and have, a vision. Of course, I still have a vision. I have so many plans for the future. However, I feel like in this business model, in this structure, and that path with that business model and that community, that's not where I want to be anymore. And there are some amazing people that I've met, very successful financially, professionally, personally, amazing people. Amazing. That's just not where I want to be right now. And this year has shown me already that I'm figuring things out, and I realized that, of course, that relationship wasn't for me anymore. I'm going through some big changes, I think, this year, as I've said. Got out of a relationship. Now I'm switching my career path. I still, like I said, want to work online. I still want to create content. I still wish to show up and empower and share my values and my insights with everything that I am learning and embodying. However, I don't think that the vehicle is going to be where I've been previously with Enagic and with the Freedom Era. And I also think about sometimes when, it came up like more than a month ago when people say, oh, I just don't think this is for me and it's not working for me. And it's like, I've heard this as well, like personally, firsthand. People say, yeah, it didn't work for me. And it's like, how much did you really put in? How much time, energy, commitment, like how much skin did you really have into the game to make this work? Because if I reflect on the money I've spent, the hours I've committed to this, and the heart and the energy, like I've given so much. And at what point do you draw the line and say, okay, like that's enough? Like I would say I've come to another line in the sand moment when it was like, okay, enough is enough. Like I can't move forward with this anymore. I'm not in a forward projection. I'm not in a forward flow anymore. And that's by external circumstances, different like technical tech challenges. Of course, I get it. This is what happens when you work online. But when I feel like deep within, like my frequency is just getting like, it's like, okay, I need to stop. And that's what I've done for 10 days. And I've really tried to, meditate and have space and time just to be and think about this in a very rational, grounded, clear way, and to have. And it feels good. It's like not for me anymore. And yeah, I mean, is it disappointing? Okay, it's disappointing. I don't even actually want to use that word, because it's like, actually, I'm excited. I have no idea what I'm going to do next. Absolutely no idea what's coming next, but I just know that it's not for me anymore. So that's the intro for today. I'm going to jump on a Gojek because I'm not driving. I will put my helmet on, keep my sunglasses on, and I will go to, I guess they're in like Denpasar. They're on Sunset Road, my visa agency. If you need a visa agency, let me know. I have been dealing with them since the beginning of 2020. They're wonderful. I'm going to drop off one of my passports because I actually have 2 passports, pay for my kitas, and then maybe, depends if my eyes have improved, I will go to Balangan in the afternoon. Balangan, who knows how it's said correctly. And that's what we're doing today. Okay, we're getting on the Gojek now. Okay, I just got off the Gojek. This is my place. This is Bella as well.
Hello.
She has helped me with my Kitas and my first, what was it, a business visa?
Yeah, Kitas.
Kitas.
Sorry, yeah.
But when I first came to Bali, before I got the Kitas, it was a business visa.
Okay, yeah, the first one.
So she works here. They bring solutions to life.
Thank you, Tiffany.
I just got home. Guess who is about to give birth in a few days? Bikini. She's a ragdoll. She's at, I think, day 62. Usually cats are pregnant for 62 to 65 days. They say that the cats will start go into labor when they stop being hungry. She's not there yet. She always wants to eat this munchkin, this Bikini munchkin. Bikini is now 11 months old. She's purring. When are your babies coming? I had an x-ray and an ultrasound done last weekend, and they said that they can see at least 3 kittens inside, but it was hard to tell because her intestines or her gastric tube was full of food, so they could only actually see 3. Her baby daddy, his name is Blue. He's also a ragdoll. If Bikini was like almost 4 kilos, this male ragdoll is like 6 kg. Like, he made Bikini look small. Acai Smoothie Bowl, my other cat, who's a local cat, she's like 2 kg. Bikini is like now pretty much 4 kilograms, and then Blue, the male ragdoll, he is 6 kg. So I think the kittens are gonna be big. I mean, she is like about to pop. She is so heavy. She's so sweet. Okay, I am just making some oats. I have a cup of oats here, and I have some chia seeds and some flax seeds and some cinnamon. I'm just gonna use water. I actually still have in the fridge a lot of almonds and cashews. Oh, I might chop up some cashews in there. Yeah, I go through phases when I like to cook. Sometimes, obviously before when I was working so much, I love cooking. Don't get me wrong, I love cooking, I love eating, but it was taking always a lot more time to go to the store, buy all the groceries, come home, prep, cook. Always my cooking time is always really short, but then obviously having to like clean up and do the dishes and then, work. But because now I'm not working for the moment, I have time. So yeah. I also do like to eat at home because I can make my food very clean, very healthy. I can obviously make lots of it and eat lots of food. Sometimes the restaurants in Bali, even the places with really good food, sometimes they still give like small serving sizes, and I have a big appetite. So yeah, I can always eat as much as I want at home. I'm just chopping these nuts. These are just natural. These are just raw nuts, almonds, cashews. I know it's a little bit of a side note, but I've definitely been, brainstorming or reflecting and like unpacking, I guess, like what are the things that I value the most and what are my passions. And of course, I still have this passion to create content. I have this passion for photography and videography, and I love, obviously, I'm going to now focus for now on creating more content here on the channel. Do I still have a clear vision or strategy with my YouTube channel? No, not yet. Yeah, and I also I have ideas about right now just like vlogging my life and just sharing where I'm at, always openly and honestly and always vulnerably here on this channel, in this social media platform. Yeah, I'm not going to do any long talking videos like I was doing in Instagram. I'll just keep that as fun reels and pictures. However, I will be sharing a lot more here. Yeah, I also want to put in some time and finish, I want to declutter my place. I think that will really help energetically to to release energy and maybe buy some plants and finish properly the interior of my house. Yeah, I'm just taking things slowly for now. Like I said, I don't have an alternative or like any other backup plan. However, I feel just confident and excited to be open to what is going to be next. And so, yeah, I know that definitely I have a lot more skills and a lot more confidence and energy now and just more life experience. Like now where I'm at in my life, I'm now 43 and a half years old and I'm excited. I have this place that I've rented for the next 2 years and I just, like you saw, I went to go organize my next kitas. Like for the first time, like I don't feel like running away. Like I definitely still desire that Bali is my base and I would like to do a lot more travel. Of course, next year when the dry season is, I want to be here the whole time to surf the waves at Uluwatu, but the season's not already changing and I'm already planning a trip at the end of this month to go to G-Land, just a short 3-day trip. And then I'm planning to go to the US at the end of the year, visit my sister for Christmas and some more exciting plans. So yeah, I'm excited. Okay, I have my oats cooking here. I use just water. Well, you can't really see, but yeah, I ended up just super basic, super clean, super healthy, lots of carbs, fat in there, protein, like whatever else it is. Okay, hopefully you can see that. It's in focus. I have my oats, I have frozen blueberries. I did also put some frozen, some pineapple that was ripe and I put it in the freezer. So good. Papaya that I had sliced open in the fridge that I'll add. My eyes are definitely better. It's quite sunny right now. High tide is at 2:30. It's only like 5 foot. If I do surf, I will go to Balangan, but let's just see how I feel after I eat and if I feel like surfing. Like I said, my eyes are like they're better, but they don't feel great. I'm just going to do this for now. Be present. Enjoy the moment. Okay, here's the situation. Because the high tide is only like 5 foot and it's not until I think 2 something. It's only like 12. And so I thought that I would just get into bed. I haven't decided. I probably shouldn't surf because my eyes are really bad. Maybe I shouldn't surf. Maybe I should book a massage, a long massage. These are the questions of the day, like what do I do now that I'm not working? I'm just living. And it's so funny because actually I remember last year I did this breath work session with my friend Lily. Lily's German. She just moved to Portugal. Actually, she's going to Germany for 2 breath work circles and then she is going to Ibiza to hold a retreat there for breath work and then she's coming back to Portugal. She's moved there and she also has a retreat. I actually had 2 breathwork sessions last year. No, one this year, a group circle, and then last year I had a one-on-one. And last year I was in a really bad time with my relationship at the time and I said to her, do people get to feel grounded and calm and happy in themselves? And she was like, yes. And obviously coming out of the relationship that I was in, I'm now like, wow, I feel so good and calm and happy in myself. However, I was thinking as I was texting and talking to one of my friends, Jamie, on Maui, and I said to her, it's so crazy now because when I get home from surfing, I get to just eat and then relax and relax. Relaxed is something that I haven't known for a long time. Don't get me wrong, at the time when I was working, it was my focus, it was my priority, and that's what I was doing. But I can definitely say for the last few months, I haven't been relaxed. I've been on this constant anxious, stressed, and I can't, that's not sustainable, at least not for me. So it's really nice to be I'm just going to relax. I'm actually relaxed. That, I know it might sound weird, but that's a new feeling for me. That's a different feeling for me. I don't want to appear like I'm naked here, but actually I am. Whoa, I've got my panty on. So yeah, look, I know that this vlog is super random, but like I said, I am just now in the phase where I am documenting, I guess, whatever my next phase is when it comes to my career, when it comes to my profession, when it comes to creating wealth. I'm in, I guess, just a content creation digital creator phase, whatever that means for now. And actually I don't even need to like figure out or have any of the answers yet. I just feel like I need to get in the action of living and being present and just living and enjoying my time here in Bali. Like I live in one of the most exciting places in the world, and I do surf every day, which is very, very exciting, and I eat at some amazing places. However, I haven't done a lot of like touristy things here. I mean, I have back in the day. However, you kind of know what I'm saying. Like I've just been like, even though I live in this beautiful tropical island and I do get to surf every day, so I am out in nature. However, I've just been like grinding at this like full time, and that's fine if that's where you're at or if that's where people are at. Like I definitely respect when people are in like a work mode and then that's what they're doing. However, because I told you I've like stepped away from that, yeah, I just want to like be and exist for now. Don't get me wrong, I'm always going to have a focus because I'm somebody that likes to keep myself like busy and productive and like mentally stimulated, and like, you know, I definitely always want to be cognitively like on point. But for now, like I'm quite happy just to stay open and see what the universe sends me. Okay, this is what's happening. Ooh, I need the sunglasses. I am going to have a massage. Then, if I feel like it, I will come home and see if I can upload the next video. I still have, I don't know, maybe at least four or more videos that I have to upload. So yeah, I was just watching some YouTube content then. I am just, you know, in the open energy flow of what's going to be next. Oh my God, it's so bad driving. Like the wind is like really bothering me. Okay, really bad. I think it's a good choice not surfing. And now here, I'm gonna have a massage. Okay, that was a difficult afternoon. I'm also on a flashing red battery. However, I have a battery all ready to go if this drops out. I just got back from the massage. It was actually the second massage of the day. I went to Spa Grays. You saw me walk in, and because I didn't have booked a girl that I usually have, I mean, I did have a girl, but then they changed last minute. And I said, hey, can you just do firm massage like all over, but do gentle on this shoulder? Many years ago in 2016, I dislocated this shoulder. So that's why the bone sticks out the shoulder and everything is fine. However, sometimes when massage therapists go a little too deep there, it feels weird. Like the rest of my body always firm. And so I said this to the receptionist, and then she goes, oh, just tell your therapist. And I said, okay, can you just tell her in case she doesn't speak English, because I'd had a problem one other time when I was with somebody that I didn't know. And then I went in there and I tried to explain to the girl, like firm but gentle here. She starts massaging and going really deep there. And I said, can you please be gentle? And then she like kept going. Like I had to say it like 4 or 5 times. And then she went over at one stage and I heard something snap. Oh my God. And then I was just like, just don't. And in the end. And then when I turned around on my back, there was this weird shooting pains down my arm. So I got up and that was not very good. I was pretty direct, let's just say. And, you know, I said this and that. Anyway, I left. I'm not going to go into the whole story. And then I came home and I booked another massage at U-Spa. And it was very nice. The girl was very good there. I'm going to go there from now on. I already left messages with the owner, like, at the other place. Anyway, so that was my interesting afternoon. However, and when I came home as well, I had a plate of food. I had leftovers in the fridge. Anyway, I was gonna go into, and maybe I still will before the battery drops out. I had a little bit of time to ground, and I wrote some notes actually for when I was going to create like this. Again, it's like usually every piece of content that I put out for the last however long few years have always been like, what value can I add? What value can I add? You know, so again, like I said, if you are following along and watching these videos now, as you can tell, like I don't have, and what I've spoken about, I don't have a clear structure of what's going to happen with this channel. However, I felt that it is relevant for found me in my own expression and my own creativity and my own desire to be creating content here that I want to be just documenting as I go. Maybe one day this will all make better sense. Okay, it's so funny. This is actually my favorite frame. When I have like part of the frame is my chair and then the other half I have that light in the background. I don't know why I like that set up right there. Okay, so maybe I'll just do like a quick share of what I have written down, and then I can end this random vlog today. So basically, I'm just reading back over my notes, and it was last week that I had the week before, I had so much going on, and I was like preparing for this huge online event that we had in our community, and it was going to be a 2-day live event, and we were doing lead up posts, and I was doing interviews, and I mean, I couldn't run any ads because of course I got hacked out of Facebook. And at the same time, it was leading up to that time of the month for a woman, and we had a full moon also a couple of days after. And I feel like we had in the last 2 weeks of September, and now it's changed into October, the direction of the swell has changed, and there's been so much more wind in the afternoon and current. And sometimes I was surfing like maybe only 2.5 hours, and I would get out of the water just absolutely like flawed, done, like more tired in my muscles and in my energy and my body than I had been like surfing like some of the bigger swell days. Don't get me wrong, I always get really tired surfing the bigger swell days. And I would feel of an evening just like my deltoids and my thighs like pulsating, like this fatigue. And like, so leading up to when I got that time of the month on the Wednesday, I woke up, I went to sleep, like I got into bed on, I remember that Tuesday night, like early, like kind of plugged in the morning, didn't really work that Tuesday night. Come Wednesday morning, like 2 weeks ago, I was like done. Like I could not get out of bed, and I thought I am just gonna lay here. And I didn't plug into my phone that day. And I usually always plug into my phone every single day when it comes to doing something for the business, loading stories in my DMs, creating some content, doing whatever fucking shit we had to do for the 90 days, those tasks. But this Wednesday I was like, I'm not doing anything. There has to be a point where like I have to say like health first. And I always would say this, and I've always been like that. Health is like your wealth, really, at the end of the day. Like if you have everything in the world and you're a billionaire, but you're laying in a hospital bed and you can't enjoy all the wonderful things that you have in life, I mean, you're not so wealthy then, are you? So not that that's me, I'm not a billionaire. However, I laid in bed that morning and thought, I can't get out of bed. Like I am so tired. So I didn't. I was in bed the whole day. Luckily I had food at home, so I just ate food at home, but I was done. And then like I got an email back the next day from my platform saying, yes, thank you. We've gotten all your emails, because I'd been emailing them about like, oh, my Facebook's been hacked and I'm having problems troubleshooting, and please like send me some help and send me the Zoom links because I still want to stay in this 90 days, blah, 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 all this stuff. Heard nothing from them until the next day. They were like, oh, we got your messages and we're going to pass it on to some other person in the community, our Facebook community manager. Heard nothing. And I was like, okay, yeah, thanks for the support. I was also trying to just send my link out so people could sign up and attend it was called Wealth on Tap, the online event. Link wasn't working. So I also said, hey, can you like send me a link because my link's not working? No response. It was like, okay. And by this stage I was like, you know what? This is not, it's not in flow. It can't be that hard. I get it that in life and everything that I speak about, you're going to be challenged. There's going to be adversity. You're going to come up against like so many no's, and you're going to make mistakes, and you're going to fail for it. And all of this and everything that I've been talking about. But what point do you get to when it's like enough is enough? And I really thought like, okay, I just need to stop. Like I am so tired and I do not have the mental capacity, because actually like in my heart and in my head, like I feel really good when it comes to like my life, and that I'm single. And obviously like before, when I was doing my business and all these things, it was just like, I understand that like I get tired from surfing, because surfing is something I really value. However, I could never give myself the proper time to really relax, because I was always like 1,000,000,000% moving this business, trying to get these tasks done. Like the amount of late nights and early mornings and less sleep that I've had, and just the, not so much like fight and flight, because I used to live in a constant unregulated nervous system when I was in that previous relationship. But this was more just this like nagging, like anxiety and stress about all the things that I had to get done. And like, you know, if you don't get it done, you're going to be kicked out of the group. And here's the thing, like, I'm not somebody that says like, I'm going to do something and then I don't do it. Like if I choose and I decide to commit to something, like I'm so fucking committed. And of course I wasn't going to drop out. Everyone else in my team had dropped out, and I was like, no, I'm just not going to drop out because, well, it got too hard. But then it did get to the point where it was like, yeah, it's like I'm pushing so much that when does it get to actually really be in ease and with grace and in flow? Because let me tell you, it wasn't like that. It just wasn't like that. And at the cost of then, I was like, so tired, I can't do this right now. So I stopped, I paused. So cute. You can see my 7.2 gun in the background. I thought, okay, let me just have a few days just to like, you know, let the full moon, let the period, like let all of that like ground and pass. And then it did. And I still wasn't plugged in. I thought, let me just rest. Let me just rest. And then like, let me have some space and time and let my mind like never make a decision about anything when you're angry or when you're charged up, when you're hormonal or anything, right? So I've really like gotten back to in the mornings, doing some yoga and meditation, because I wasn't doing that every morning. And my spiritual practices, as much as woo-woo as whoever think they are, whatever you may think, like when I do like, and I hadn't even been doing like my affirmations on my gratitude list. Oh, bikinis there. But I would always do like my short meditation, my transcendental meditation. Sometimes I do audio guided ones. And then I was like doing yoga practices, because I was like, I got to get back to like those practices that help me to feel connected to myself. And so letting some time pass, it's been exactly 10 days now where like my hormones are regular and normal, and I've had some rest and I've had some space of like obviously like not posting a billion times a day and talking every day on my stories about business and blah blah blah, and I've just paused and it feels really good. I'm like, is this what it feels like to be relaxed? And I'm not 100% relaxed, but I'm definitely like a lot more relaxed than before. And so yeah, I just have decided that it's like, okay, this is what I wrote. My highest values are still freedom and having the time to do what you love. And I still want to be able to make a living and live a lifestyle that I love and do the things that I'm super passionate about. I also know that I don't want to go back to a standard hustle 9 to 5 job. And I also know that I don't want to work for anyone else. I know also in the last few months and for a long time, I've had major FOMO of traveling. I'm not jealous, but it's this fear of missing out that like, oh, I will get to travel when I, you know, after this 90 days, or no, it's not the right time. I'm too busy with work. And all summer, since this business, I see everybody else traveling around me. I had one night that I went to Nusa Lembongan last year. And then I had one trip that I went to the Mentawai Islands with the partner at the time. And that was just a fucking shit of a trip. So that wasn't really like, oh, I'm on vacation, everything's amazing. And this year I did go back to Australia for 6 days. But again, that was not like, oh, in a new place. That was like, I'm grateful. I love going home to Sydney. But again, it's like just, you know, going back to Sydney, which is my hometown. Like I have not had like a vacation. Yeah, I guess since like a year now. And people might say, oh, you live in Bali. Yes, of course I live in Bali, which is one of the most amazing places. And here's the thing, I live in Bali and like I've not been living in Bali. I surf every day, which I'm very grateful for, and I get to be out in nature. But you know, for me, going on vacation is like discovering a new place and being in a new culture and being lost and like, you know, like being on vacation and being somewhere different. Like even if you're in a city or even if you're in an exotic island, like wherever you are, everybody always needs a break. And I haven't had a break. And I'm like, I feel like also like, yeah, I'm definitely island crazy. And so I know that I still, in saying that, I know that I still want to travel. My eyes are still really funny. I know that I still like want to be able to travel, and I still want to be able to work online somehow and have my own schedule and build something, create content, you know, still show up here and do something, right? And here's the other cool thing that I just wrote down. that, in these days, it's all about like, oh, try to add value and change somebody's life. You've just got 15 seconds or you've got 60 seconds when it comes to short form content. What about having the time? I know there are so many people that listen to podcasts and watch long form YouTube videos. Feel like it was always like everything's just like always rushing. Everything has to be short, 15 seconds, and everyone's rushing everywhere here in Bali. Like, I really needed to just like slow down. And I know that there is a community and there are people all over the world that are taking the time in their day to feel relaxed, to listen to YouTube long form videos and long form podcasts, and not just like, it's just like TikTok scrolling, like how much can you really get to know somebody in like 15 seconds, like I really value, like I listen to people's YouTube videos and podcasts like long form. Sometimes maybe I might speed it up a little, but I don't speed it up too fast because then you can't understand the voice because it's going too fast. So I know that I'm like in this space of like knowing what I don't want and starting to now visualize and journal and reflect and manifest what it is that I want to do next. And yeah, I just want to be able to like take things slow and be present. I've spoken about this like at the beginning of last year. I was really into watching and reading all about minimalism and slow living and slowing down. And I've never been able to do that. Like everything is just like, and living here in Bali is hectic in the cafes and the lineups on the road. And that's why I like really appreciate when I'm at home, like I'm just home with my cat who's just looking at me. Bikini. She's so sweet. I really appreciate just like, I really wish to just slow down. And so, I don't know, it's like, I also feel like, I'm approaching my mid 40s, and it's like sometimes I think about, okay, what do I want to do? I want to continue to travel, but I don't want to be like a content creator that's like, here, stay here for like $7, like I'm kind of done with like my backpacking days. Like I've done that in my 20s and 30s, and yeah, I really have all these dreams of like, maybe I will of course like create some content about me decluttering and slowing down and creating, and doing all the interior for my house. I don't know yet, but I know that, yeah, I've written it down here. Redesigning the interior of my home, minimalist luxury home, slow living, healthy living. I've written things down like, do I want to take an embodied flow teacher training? Am I going to become a lifestyle content creator? Yeah, I don't know. I'm in this like space. Sometimes when I would be in conversations with women about like, oh, I don't know what to do. I'm like, about what they want to do in life and if they want to work online, like all this stuff, all the conversations I was having. I think sometimes like, and this is what I used to think about with my relationship, that sometimes it's really good to know, even if you don't know yet what you desire to have or be or do or create in the future. I think there's a lot of relevance and importance to acknowledge what you don't want. Because sometimes when you know what you don't want, you're like, oh, then it actually allows for you then to open up a space to then be like, okay, maybe I don't know what I do want, but maybe let me have this space of this not knowing and be open to see what will drop into your universe, what you will naturally attract. Because again, when I talk about like the law of abundance, which is something that I am very much still, I'm aligned with, if you may say, and I still relate with that. I think that when your frequency and when your energy is relaxed and you're in flow and you're just open, what is meant for you is more likely to easily drop into and flow into your life. But when you're like, oh, it's got to be like this and I need to do that. Like, I've been like pushing so much with some certain things and it wasn't working when it comes to financially and professionally. And so I'm just like letting it be my career and, creating wealth for what I'm going to do in the future. And I'm just going to rest and exist and be present in the moment and enjoy my life in Bali for now. I don't know how long this is going to be, and I don't yet again have my strategy. People say like find a mentor or find somebody who is doing what you want to do or creating the money that you wish to create, right? Find a role model, find a teacher, find your guide, and then mimic them and model what their steps were, how they've gotten to achieve whatever they're achieving. And so now I start to think, if I'm thinking of like people that I see, whether it's on YouTube or successful speakers or athletes or content creators or entrepreneurs or whoever, I think, okay, who am I inspired by? What are my values? What are my passions? What are my interests? I now know like what I don't right now want to do and be moving away from, and that's definitely network marketing, affiliate marketing. Direct sales, obviously like that path and that business model I'm not aligned with right now anymore. And so I'm not sure yet what's next. However, I feel confident that the person I am today, with the skills that I have and being in my confidence and my worth and my empowerment, that I'm going to figure it out, and that whatever is going to flow into my life professionally and for financially and personally, it's going to happen. And I need to trust that. And I do trust that, because that right now feels really good. What I was doing before didn't feel good. Not knowing yet what I'm going to do and being open, that feels good for now. Okay, so I just want to leave that. I might need to take a thumbnail picture and I've got my light. So thanks for watching. If you made it to the end, subscribe if you feel called to. Would love a like. Leave me a comment, all the things, what have you, do what you want. And I'll see you next video.